Master here. Please don't address the prefix Mr. or Mrs. It should be always Toastmaster. The Toastmaster, what is the name? Tanvir Shawan is going to attempt the project number 3 from the Competent Communicator Manual, which is about get to the point. The objectives of the speech are: select a speech topic and determine its general and specific purposes, organize the speech in a manner that best achieves those purposes, ensure the beginning, body and conclusion reinforce the purposes, project sincerity and conviction, and control any nervousness you may feel. Strive not to use any notes. Time allowed is 5 to 7 minutes. The title of the speech is The Power of Faith. Over to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you very much, Toastmasters. May I now welcome Toastmaster Tanvir Shawan to come forward to the podium.
You can give him a good introduction, whatever you feel like. Not after the speech, but before the speech. You did it after the speech when he came here. Okay? Something positive.
Could you please come forward and
fine.
Start your speech.
Start your time.
I'd like to start with a story of Moses. We all know the story of Moses. Once he was chased by Pharaoh, and he stood in front of the river Nile and said, river get apart, and it parted, and they passed through safely to the other side. Let me tell you the modern version of this story. In modern version, in a hot summer day, Moses with his companion standing in front of river Nile and saying, river get apart, river doesn't move. River get apart, river remains unchanged. So, a shipbuilder from his companion has come forward and said, sir, I can build a ship for you and you can board on the ship and go to the other side safely. So Moses said, how long will it take? He said, 2 months. Moses said, what? Pharaoh is just about to reach here with his army and going to kill us, and you are talking about 2 months? No, it will not work, so he rejected. Then the engineer came forward. Engineer telling him, I can build a bridge to the other side, and through the bridge you can pass across. And how long will it take? It will take 1 month. No, it is not also going to work. Then the PR guy, the public relation guy, has come forward and he said, sir, right now Pharaoh has made me a phone call. He said that he is ready to give 2 full-page publicity about his company called Pyramid Builders in the Old Testament, and that will give you a lot of money, and he will be very happy with you, and he may not kill you for that. Principally, Moses could not agree that, and so he also rejected it. So seeing all this indecisiveness of Moses, and the oldest person from his companion got empathic, and he came forward and he said, Moses, stop listening others, just straight away march to the river. Moses listened to him and he started walking into the river. As he started walking to the river, the water raised up to him, but river don't get apart. He kept on walking. Water came up to this, but river don't get apart. The next step, they all will drown and they will die. But Moses took the risk. He stepped forward and the river parted. And that is probably the power of faith. Mr. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, what is faith actually? It's very difficult to explain what is faith, how does it look like, and where it can be found. But in old Greek days, when the Olympics started, the Greek used to lose free the tiger behind them, so that tiger chase and they can run faster in the Olympic. Even though the tiger could not make the Greeks run faster, the Greek could not complete a mile running below the 5 minutes time until 6th May 1954. A 25 years old medical student, he did it in the Olympic. For the first time in the human history, he ran 1 mile below 4 minutes time. His name is Dr. Roger Bannister. He's the first person in the world who ran 1 mile below 4 minutes time. But the beauty of that, no tiger was chasing him. Then what force made him accomplish this target, this milestone? So, it is not the fear of death that can make us do all the time everything. Maybe there is something beyond the fear of death. That is probably the power of faith that makes us achieve something beyond we can do. Let me give you another example. This is basically the steps of faith. Actually, it has been explained by Robert Schuller, a pastor from United States. He built the Crystal Cathedral. So he's very famous for that. So his story is even more amazing. What he did, he was only given $500 from his bishop to establish a cathedral. So cathedral is some kind of Christian church which are maintained by the minor Christianity. So that is not very popular, very famous. So he took the risk. He just did a lot of things. This is a long story, you can see his history. But just finally what he did, he made a cathedral which costed $20 million. From $500, he built a cathedral which cost $20 million, and it is made of crystal. He used to believe that once, when someone is praying, they should see the sky, see the nature, and that's how they can better connect with God. So that was his view. So it is very amazing story, right? He gave the 5 steps of faith. Number 1 step, that is questing. What is questing? Questing means we try a lot of things until one day we find our true self. We find our own purpose. Then comes testing. Universe tests us a lot. Universe put us in a lot of trouble to us, and it tests us. Then comes investing. We invest our money, energy, ego, time to achieve our purpose. Then comes arresting. Although we have invested, even universe tests us even harder. At times it feels that what we are doing all goes nonsense. And finally comes the resting part, when you go at the top, and that is the very dangerous part. People started feeling very much proud of themselves, and they start losing faith. And that is again a very dangerous part. When you go at the top, we should find our new goal and we should chase them. So these are the 5 parts of faith. And finally, in fact, I would like to conclude my speech, which is almost over. So I will just conclude the speech with the note that what is not faith actually. Just a little story. Once one man was drowning in the water in the middle of the sea. He said that God will save me. Then a boat came. He said, oh, go away boat, I don't need your help, God will save me. Another boat came and said, oh man, come, you will die. He said, go away, God will save me. Then a helicopter came. He said, go away, God will save me. And eventually he died. And he goes to up in the sky and complains to the customer service department of God against God that God said he will help me, but he did not help me. Customer service angel, he opened his Windows 3000 and he just said that, let me check the sir, what happened? He said, according to our record, God sent you 2 boats and 1 helicopter, but you refused it. Why? Why you have refused it? So, the last thing I would like to say that God is actually everywhere. God is like the Wi-Fi. You just need to connect with God. And the password of the Wi-Fi is faith. Wish you are successful.
With this, we are finishing our prepared speaking session. And after that, we're